Hello, can anybody hear me? I've never done this before. I have no clue if anybody is even on here, except for Amy. Okay, good. Hi, guys. Who's here? Chat in the thingy. This feels weird. It feels like I'm like talking to myself. Hi, Rachel. Ray, hi. Oh, I got a text from Cassie. Hold on. Oh, she can hear me, but she can't see me. I don't know. How's everybody doing? Is everybody surviving quarantine? Can everybody else see me? Is it just Cassie who can't? I really want to do puzzles, but my cats make that kind of impossible. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Sienna's asking how you message in the thing. I've never done it before. Oh my gosh, I'm so ready. Like yesterday was the first day that we actually went and ate out. We went to like a local restaurant. They're doing just like carry out stuff. And it was like the first time in this whole quarantine that I haven't cooked. And we actually like went and wanted to like go and support a business, but I can't freaking wait. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I can't wait until we are like, I just want to like see my friends in person. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Oh, my mom. She says she can see me, but she can't chat. I don't know how the chat thing works. Maybe try refreshing it. Oh, yay. Hi, Sienna. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm actually really, I should have done this earlier because I'm scared the sun's going to go down and I'm going to lose all this light, but we'll see. Oh, Mom, if you can hear me, maybe try logging into YouTube. You can just, it's connected to your Gmail or whatever. She's probably on her laptop, Amy. And hi, Mackenzie. I think she can hear me. Let me see if she can hear me. Oh, she said she'll just watch. Oh, okay. Love you, Mom. Hi, Michael. Okay, so I wanted to show these things because I was like, I don't know what I'm going to talk to them about for all this time. But like, if you have podcast questions, feel free to ask them. If you've got questions for me, feel free to ask them. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you because I think it's actually pretty extraordinary. I have this many Harry Potter makeup brushes that have been gifted to me by friends. Christina gave me these for Christmas or for my birthday this year. Look at this. So I've got a Ravenclaw, a Slytherin, a Hufflepuff, a Gryffindor, and a Hogwarts brush, eye brushes. And then my friend Amy, who's in this chat, gave me these for Christmas. And they're like a couple of years ago, actually. And they're like Hermione's wand, Harry's wand, Voldemort's wand, Ron's wand, and Dumbledore's wand. So I have all of these like eye makeup brushes, and I've never used them because they're so pretty that I've just kept them like on display. But I was like, you know what? I think I'll put on some eye makeup while I talk to you guys. It gave me an excuse to actually look kind of sort of decent. These ones are pretty heavy. The wands, they're pretty heavy. These ones are a little less heavy, but they've got like nice weight to them. They're not like super cheapy ones. You know, they've got like a good weight, like a counterbalance on them. All right, so I'm gonna talk to you guys. Oh, hi Cassie. Cassie's here. I know. I was like, I like makeup channels. I like watching people put their makeup on while they talk to me. So it'll give me something to do and something for you guys to like look at while I'm talking. So yeah, I mean, it's been kind of like I don't know. It's been okay. I've actually like worked out way more in the quarantine than I did before. Like I'm actually like riding my bike a little bit more, and like Anthony and I yesterday did a bunch of like workout stuff. I forgot how hard burpees were. I did like 20 burpees. I felt like I was going to die. So it's been like okay, other than not being able to see my friends. Like I hate that I can't see my friends. Other than that, it's been all right, you know. I know. What's been the hardest part for you guys? It's been like the most difficult thing. Oh, I know. I was like, oh, it won't be that bad, like 20 burpees. No, it was like so much worse than I was expecting it to be. And then I don't know why we did planks. We did like 3 minutes of planks, and we did like abs too. And I'm like, it's like double ab workout. Oh, it's not eye primer. I should be using an eye primer, but it's this shape tape because it's the shape tape's too like dry for like under my eye, but I still use it to like put on my eyeshadow. I know, Sienna, burpees, they are overrated, but you know what? I am feeling like good about myself. I'm like, I'm going to use this time in quarantine to like better myself. I like bought skincare products. Oh no, you know what? I didn't even think about like not seeing your like significant other because like I live with mine, so we're quarantined together, but it's got to be difficult if you've got like a boyfriend or a girlfriend who's doesn't live with you. Video chat plank off, absolutely not. Like absolutely not. Like I only did 3 minutes because so it was my idea to do it because I was like, oh, we should do planks because we're stuck at home. And Anthony was like, oh, planks aren't hard. And I was like, yeah, I mean, yes, they are. And so he's like, they're not that hard. So he did it. And then he was like, oh, it is hard. And so we were doing them. And he was like, well, we have to do 3 reps. And I was like, why? So he kind of forced me. I would have been okay with just doing the 1 minute. 1 minute of planks a day seems like enough. But Amy, you can still go eat Mexican food. You know, hardest part is seeing your significant other too much. I will tell you, Anthony today, he wanted to go on a bike ride, and I was editing for the other podcast I do, Your Angry Neighborhood Feminist. I was editing, and he was like, I'm going to go on a bike ride, or do you want me to wait for you to be done editing? And I was like, no, please. I love you, but please go. And so I was just like, oh, I get the apartment to myself for like 1 second, you know? What wildlife came inside your house? That sounds exciting. All right, I've never used these brushes before, so this is gonna be fun. Let's see how they work. Rachel, you sound like Anthony. Like, I mean, not that I'm not worried, because I am worried. We have magpies here, I think. Don't we? Aren't they the ones that steal your stuff? It seems like the worst kind to come into your house. A magpie, right? It's a bird. I feel like we have magpies in the United States, but maybe I'm wrong. Sienna, we have them in Missouri, right? Is that right? Maybe we don't have them out here. Maybe they're not a California bird. Swoopy boys. What time is it in Australia right now, or in your part of Australia? You know, I wish my mom could be on this chat because she could probably tell us. Oh, yeah. In fact, she texted me, actually. She said there are magpies in Utah for sure. And we used to live in Utah, so that could be why. Oh, okay. So it's not like late for you. I realized after I set the time for 6 p.m. that like our listeners, our friends in England, it's really late for them, I think. So I don't know if they're gonna tune in. Next time we'll try and make it for earlier. Okay, so they don't have magpies in Chicago, I'm guessing. Thank you, Amy. I painted them today. I was like, if I'm going to be interacting with other human beings, I should try and look decent. We've been watching, we've been like alternating between watching Tiger King, which is bananas, but then we've also been watching Escape at Dannemora because we got the like whatever that is, Showtime thing through Spectrum. And some of you guys have been listening to the podcast for like a long time. I did that as a Crazy in Love early on, that story. And they made, Ben Stiller directed like a 7-part limited series that's on Showtime, and it is wild. Like, I am completely shook watching this show. Everybody in it, it's the least attractive group of people I've ever seen, like in my entire life. Like Benicio del Toro looks like rough. It looks scary. But yeah, has anybody else watched it? You should definitely. I mean, it's good, but it's like rough. Cassie says, "Oh, fun fact: the bird they call a magpie in Australia is not related to the magpies in the rest of the world." Oh, Sienna, you finished Tiger King? I'm not done yet. We just watched episode 3. Like, we're moving through it pretty slowly, actually. I don't know why. Anthony, actually, I do know why, because we watched episode 3 last night, and Anthony fell asleep. He fell asleep. Like, how do you fall asleep watching Tiger? It's the most wild show that exists right now. I don't understand how he could fall asleep, but he did. So we stopped watching it. I don't think anything's wrong with you, Natasha, for not being able to get into Tiger King. I think at some point things become like hyped up so much that then when you go to watch it, it loses its like appeal. How does everybody feel about so Mackenzie, how do you feel? Are you like depressed about finishing Tiger King? Do you feel like you went on a wild ride? No, I mean Anthony's about to get left behind for real because I'm like, I feel like I'm behind. I'm behind all the memes. The memes, yeah, I'm just like, I'm laughing, but like I don't understand all these memes because I haven't been able to finish it yet. Because Anthony fell asleep, and so we watched Alien Covenant again last night, which isn't even a good movie. The memes might be the best part. I've got like 16 of them on my phone right now. Yeah, Cassie was telling me that she listened to the podcast too. How do we all feel about Carol? Because I gotta say, like, not that I like her, but I don't think that she's as bad as I think other people think she is. But maybe I'm not there yet. Dude, his eyebrow ring is like right here. It's like not even right there. It's like down here. Oh no, Joseph Pisces. No. Oh, that's such a bummer. No. I don't think Carol's innocent at all. I just don't think that, like, I don't know. I don't hate her as much as I hate the other two right now. Like, look, I don't think she's like a good person, but I think that you can be a bad person and still have done some like net positive things. Like, I think probably a lot of that legislation she's been able to push through, it's probably like net positive. I don't know what the podcast is called. Cassie, do you know what it's called? Oh, okay. So Natasha's got like the T on Carol. Do you know why they don't like her? Or is it just like in general, for all the reasons we can imagine? Amy, your makeup brushes are awesome. My first time using them, they're great. Woo. Yeah, she doesn't pay them, but isn't it like are they volunteers? Look, they're all terrible. I'm not trying to argue like in favor of anybody. They all suck. So what are some of the things, other than watching Tiger King, what are some of the things you guys are doing to cope through this? Like for me, she's not a very nice person. She verbally attacked them on several occasions. That makes sense. I get that. She totally looks like the type who would snap. Like I totally see that in her personality. Am I the only one though? Like when I was watching episode 3, I was like, I don't, it took me a while, but maybe it's just my personality. It took me a while to be convinced that she did it. Like, that she killed her husband. Like, I was kind of like, I don't know. Like, maybe he left. Like, maybe he crashed his plane somewhere. Or, like, maybe something else happened. But it wasn't until it got to the part where the lady was like, oh, yeah, she stole the will and changed the will out of my office and the power of attorney that I was like, okay, like that doesn't look very good. Maybe she did it. This is why it would be hard. Cassie talks about, or not Cassie, Christina talks about it all the time. This is why it would be hard for us to be on juries, because it takes so much for me to be convinced, like beyond a reasonable doubt, that, like, because if there's other options, I'm like, maybe not, like maybe she didn't do it. She does have crazy eyes. She's got crazy eyes for sure. Sienna. I'm coping by eating chocolate ice cream on top of warm bourbon brownie. Oh man, like I want to be doing way more like stress baking, like quarantine baking. But I'm in this really weird like survival mode right now where I'm like mustn't waste. I'm like, can't waste anything. So I was like, oh, at first I was like, I'm going to take this time and perfect my like macarons. Like that's what I'm going to do during quarantine. But then I was just like, I'm so bad at them. And I end up like throwing out like whole trays that I was just like, I can't do this. What if this is end times and I need all the eggs and all of the baking stuff. So I haven't done a lot of baking during this time. Oh no, your first jury duty was canceled due to COVID-19. I'm always like on the fence about whether or not I want to be like on a jury. Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, I totally do. Dude, I watch, oh my gosh, Hiram. Oh my gosh, yes. I've been watching so much YouTube, and I just discovered Hiram too because like we're gonna like move like how many degrees to Hiram. So I was watching Robert Welsh's makeup videos, and then Robert Welsh has a twin brother, James Welsh, who does skincare videos, and then he had Hiram on his channel. So I've just been watching like nonstop skincare videos. It's the desire to, I know I just talked about like wanting to like preserve and make sure that be frugal and make sure that I have things for the apocalypse, but the desire to online shop right now is so high. Like I want to I every day I have to talk myself out of like buying something online. And I think it's just like the combination of being bored and also like wanting something to look forward to. So I'm like, I don't know if I would be great on a jury because, like I said, I think I'd be like skeptical, you know? Yeah. Oh, that's awesome that you're sewing masks. I just ordered supplies because I went to Joann's. Like, there's one nearby my house, so I rode my bike to Joann's to buy supplies to sew masks. I pulled out my sewing machine, and when I got there, there were people inside, but they were like, oh, it's closed. All of the Joann's in Los Angeles are closed except for this one, which is like in downtown. And you have to like order online and then sit in your car for them to bring stuff out for you. And I was just like, I'm just going to order from them online and have it come in the mail. But yeah, also that, Rachel, like I want to buy things for my apartment too. Like I'm like, I want to like take this opportunity to completely redo my entire apartment, and I shouldn't. Like I shouldn't like spend my money like that. I actually had like an apocalypse stress dream last night, kind of, where I was just like, what would I do if I needed to like get off like out and like live off the land. I was like, oh, I've had this like obsession with straw bale houses, and I was like, oh, I'll make a straw bale house on my family's property in New Mexico, and like all of my friends can make houses too, and we'll like live on the property, and like I know how to make bread. Like, yes, I also want to do crazy things with my hair. Cassie, you'll be very interested in looking at my hair Pinterest board because it's all like I want to color it so badly. I've never wanted to color my hair so bad in my life, and it's only because I can't do it. Like I want to do it so bad. I was actually tempted to cut myself bangs today. Like I really wanted to do it, but I'm scared of Cassie. I'm scared she'd kill me if I did it. I feel like everyone's doing that. I feel like if you like everybody is going through quarantine withdrawal right now. So, Caitlin, you cut your own hair? You cut off 8 inches of your own hair? Do you like the way it looks? Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to be able to hang out with people again. I'm like nervous that we're going to be here for a long time. I think we are. So I've been coping by trying to get dressed, like actually get dressed and put makeup on. I think it actually like helps me feel like not so slimy. Like during the work week, I'm not like I'm getting up, I'm showering, I'm getting dressed, but I'm like not putting makeup on, I'm not doing anything with my hair. And because my face is so oily, like by the end of the day, I just feel like an oil pot. I feel like so like greasy and gross. And so anytime we have like Zoom work happy hours, or if I'm hanging out digitally with my friends after work or on the weekend or whatever, I'm trying to make it a point to actually put makeup on and like wash my hair. And it helps, actually. I think it really does help. I bought a nail drill one time to try and like file my own nails down, and it didn't work at all for me. Yeah, that's exactly right, Mackenzie. So like I have actually been trying to put on lipstick. Like, yeah, whenever we hang out together. I just did lip gloss today, but like there's something about like taking the time to like put your face on or like actually get dressed that really helps. Oh, and today I bought a speaking of like stuff I shouldn't be doing that I did do, I bought like an Ipsy subscription. So they'll send me like little mini makeups and hair and skin products like once a month for like $12 a month or whatever. So to my friends, look forward to getting stuff because I'm sure they're going to send me some stuff that I don't like. So that goes to you guys first. Are you guys doing your own waxing? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, Rachel, I'm actually kind of nervous about getting Ipsy because I'm just like, I probably don't need any more products. Like, I have so much stuff actually. Like, I've got like so much makeup. Um, but, you know, you got to get through somehow. Like, trying new stuff will be fun. That's not TMI at all, Sienna. I don't think. Like, I would get my bikini waxed for sure if I was less lazy. I've never done it, but it's only because like I can't bring myself to like go in and actually like get it done. Like find somebody to do it for me. I'm not shy about it or anything. I just like have not ever done it. Eventually, like someday, if I had all the money in the world, I would laser off all of the hair on my body. Like from like here down. Or like here down. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm not opposed to giving it a try, but like this is how lazy I am for real. Like I got an electric razor and I haven't even been like really shaving like with a real razor. Like I haven't in like months. I'm just using an electric razor. I would usually change in the summer and start using a real razor because we'd be going out, but who knows? We may be stuck in our house all summer. I'm legitimately going to buy beach chairs though and sit out on my out on my balcony. Oh, bye, Yvette. Thanks for joining us. Sorry, I can't like see you guys and do my eyeliner at the same time. What part of your body did you get laser on? If I could get laser and like guarantee that it would be gone and I would never have to shave again, I would do it. Yeah, see, like I would want to do my underarms for sure. I saw you guys talking in the Facebook group about wanted to do like a Zoom meeting or something, which I would be down to do. Like if anybody else like wants to do that, uh, yeah, we could figure that out. Oh, Cassie, that was the Stila one, which isn't my favorite, but I'm trying to get through products that like I don't use as much, you know, so it's like because I'm not actually going out and seeing anybody. Sienna Zoom is kind of like it's like a conferencing app. So it's kind of like Google Hangouts or whatever, where you can see each other and talk to each other. But like to Rachel's point, it can get kind of chaotic if there's too many people in there. So yeah, I mean, I'm totally down to do it, but that was part of our concern, like part of why we wanted to do a YouTube live thing because it keeps it from getting too chaotic and you guys can still like ask questions. But I do think it would be nice to be able to see everybody's faces, like put names to faces because we all interact so much in the Facebook group. Yeah, I mean, we could have like a sign up sheet and like the first 20 people, and then we'll cycle it to like the next time if we want. We're just trying to find new ways to keep everybody like connected and hanging out together because it's just a really weird time, you know, like whoops. Yeah, it's just like it's a weird time for everyone. Like we have never been in a situation like this before. And I think especially for us, like living in this country, especially like it's just we're not used to having our freedoms limited at all, like being told that we can't leave the house or we can't do this or that. And so I think that that's why a lot of us are having like such a difficult time. Like even people I know who don't really want to go outside they were told that they couldn't, and then they were like, I want to. So we were just trying to find ways to stay connected. I think it's really important, especially since it looks like we're going to be here for a while, you know? So does anybody have podcast questions? Oh, you're still working, Caitlin, so you're still getting out. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Caitlin. The situation in LA is like, it's like a safer at home order is what our governor is calling it, but it feels like a shelter in place situation where it's not like anybody's being stopped if you go out. Like, you're not having to prove that you're an essential employee or like anything like that. You can go out pretty much like as you please, but it is really being pushed to stay home, as it should be. And like, unless you work in an essential job, basically all businesses have been shut down. So like, I work from home, Anthony works from home, but yeah, I mean, I've gone out. People are still going out. Like, I went out on a bike ride yesterday, and we were like biking around, and there were a ton of people out. Like, we went to the park, and we're like, well, let's bike around the track or whatever. And we left the park because there were so many people out still. And we were like, we don't want to be like this close to everybody. So we ended up like leaving. But yeah, I mean, is there a plan to start doing podcasts live during quarantine? Well, kind of, actually. So we are the Outlier Podcast Festival. So I'm on the board for the Outlier Podcast Festival. And we were supposed to be doing a show in Columbus, Ohio in May, and that had to be canceled, obviously. But they're going to be doing a live summit. So like a digital like summit where people can like log in. There'll be like a login, and you can attend like either the conferences or the panels or the live shows there. So I do think we're going to be doing like a digital version of a live show in May. But I don't know exactly. I'm still working out the kinks of like how that will work, because obviously Christina and Cassie and I aren't together, so it's not like we can like come in here and like do a show together. So I asked him how that would work, and he said he's like securing some partners to sponsor like a live stream of some kind. So I don't know how exactly it'll work, but yeah, expect to see something like that soon. We do still want to go to Columbus after all of this is over. We want to go to Springfield after this is over. Before this happened, we were looking into venues at both of those places. So like, we'll get there as soon as we can. Trust me, we wish we were doing shows. Yeah. Not that this is like about me. It's like, I feel like it's like that meme from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where she's like, people are dying, Kim. And I'm like, I know, it's like not about me, but it is like a bummer, we're having to cancel, or I'm having to cancel my, or postpone, I guess. We're going to postpone my bridal shower and like all of the wedding stuff. And Anthony and I are actually thinking about what we're going to do if we have to postpone the wedding or like cancel the wedding, or not cancel, but yeah, postpone it. So we'll see what happens, but it's just, yeah, I also want to like point out that like, it's okay you can acknowledge that people are dying, Kim, and you can acknowledge that. And of course, like in most ways, I try to remind myself every day that I'm like super blessed and like very grateful for the fact that I have a job, and like I'm still able to do these fun creative things with my friends, like the podcast and all of that stuff. And, you know, so a lot of people have it a lot worse. I'm healthy and like all those things are wonderful. But it's also okay to grieve the things that you lost, like, you know, the time that you're losing, the events that you had scheduled that you can't go to anymore. Like, it's okay to like feel that like loss. And I start to feel guilty about feeling that loss, but it's okay to, because, you know, loss is loss and it sucks and it doesn't feel good. But yeah, Rachel, so our wedding is scheduled for August 1st. So right now we're still going forward as though it's happening, but we've read some things that are like, this could go on for another couple of months. And we have a lot of people coming in from out of town and like having to give them enough time to travel and like make plans. And even if we are out of quarantine, are we going to be able to congregate in big groups afterwards? We just don't know. There's a lot of like ifs, but we'll see. We'll see. You're a wedding photographer. Yeah, yes. Like the wedding industry, it's been hit really hard, you know, and I was even having conversations with our venue and I felt bad because obviously like they have more pressing things to deal with than a August 1st wedding. You know, they've got people rescheduling their weddings for April and May, you know, but yeah, so he was messaging us and just being like, as you can imagine, things are really tough right now for venues and photographers and all of that stuff. Yeah, yeah. I mean, so sorry. Yeah, that's about like Lori was saying that she was supposed to come to LA for a conference in 2 weeks and you were excited about it and it had to be canceled. And yeah, it's okay to feel like sad that those things that aren't happening anymore. Billings, Missouri. Oh man, I've been to Billings. We will definitely come to Springfield. That's like a 100% going to happen. We just don't know exactly when yet. I was hoping that we could come in the fall, but I mean, obviously going to kind of have to see where things are. Yeah, yeah, Rachel, I'd agree. Like the uncertainty, I think, is the hardest because like you can plan for if you know you have to postpone things, like you can plan for that. If we knew for sure that like, oh, if this is going to go on through August, it would be an easy thing. Not easy, it still hurt, it still suck, but it would be an easier thing to be like, okay, we know we have to postpone or whatever. But not knowing is, because you're like, do I plan as though things are gonna move ahead okay? Or you just don't know. Yeah, and Caitlin, I've actually thought about that, about like people who are still working and how strange that must be. Like, do you feel safe still going out? You know, does it feel like business as usual or? Sienna, I would love to be in Springfield for Cider Days, which Springfield does this thing called Cider Days every year, which is just like a outdoor like arts festival kind of. And Springfield, Missouri in general, the Midwest in the fall is super, super beautiful. So I would love to be there in the fall. We'll see what happens with with all of this. Like, you know. Is everybody drinking? I've got a Greyhound here. You cater, Sienna, what are you talking about? I do feel safe. It's super weird. We're wearing gloves and masks and cleaning all the time. We've got bare bones staff on. Yeah. I don't know. It was weird for me when we went to the park and there were all these people there like congregating together in groups, but I don't know, it feels so dystopian because they're all wearing like gloves and masks, which I feel like kind of defeats the purpose if you're like out with people. But yeah, it's like a really weird feeling seeing like everybody in hats and gloves. Oh, mulled wine sounds so good and cozy right now. You know what else is a bummer? We're just gonna. What else is a bummer about being in quarantine? Is that like it's getting warmer outside? Like when this first started, it was like raining, it was cold, and I was kind of like, I want to be inside anyway. But now it's like getting warmer, and I'm like, I just want to be like outside. Oh my gosh, they just started shelter in place in Florida yesterday. I haven't been following like everybody's like what's going on in all of the states. Like are there states that are still just like kicking it, still like out doing stuff? Because I know in Missouri they're I mean, at least in Springfield where I'm from, they're like shutting down. Amy, you're drinking a Diet Coke? Oh my God, he had metal in his eye. Oh no. Oh, okay. So I don't know if everybody, I don't know how this works. I don't know if everybody can like see the chat or not, but it says like another of our patients was turned away from the emergency room, 13 years old, ended up having a small bit of metal in his eye. A doctor removed it. Yikes. I really, Sienna, I felt like it would have been appropriate for me to be drinking a White Claw right now, but I bought micheladas instead when I went to the store, and so I don't have any White Claws on me. Oh wait! You said it's a knockoff White Claw. Okay, I need you to send me a picture of an Aldi brand coconut mango knockoff White Claw. I cannot believe that, Natasha. Like, I cannot believe that Florida didn't close the beaches for spring breakers. Was it just like an economic reason? Like, were they keeping it open so that they could all make money? Which, like, I understand like the need for the economy to make money, but like, how many of those kids got sick and took it home to their parents or their grandparents? You know. Yeah, Caitlin, they made me furious too. Also, and I think we recorded our next episode of My Worst Day on Tuesday. So we recorded much earlier than we usually do. But I think I talked about this on that episode where I was just like infuriated that everybody kept being like, millennials are screwing this up for everybody. And it's just like, they're not millennials. Those are like Gen Zers. Like we're in our 30s. It's not us out at the beaches. Like we're at home drinking red wine, watching Tiger King. That's what we're doing. But yeah, no, I mean, they annoyed me, and also the same thing when I was out like riding my bike and seeing people like playing together. I was just like, uh, I'm real nervous about like people getting other people sick. That's right. We have back pain and severe student debt. We're not partying anywhere. We're partying in our house. Like I've had two good like Zoom parties, like parties with my friends since this whole thing has happened. That's how we're partying. We're partying at home. Like we're taking shots at home. We're having our hangovers at home. We're not going out. Okay, I got a picture of Sienna's knockoff. Do you want me to show this to everyone, Sienna, or just keep it to myself? That actually looks good. Vista Bay hard seltzer. I'll try that next time I come home. Yeah, I feel like all the mayors are at their wits' end. So our mayor here in the mayor and the governor here in California, the mayor of Los Angeles and the governor of California, and then also I've seen like all the videos of the governor of New York just like straight up losing it because they're like furious. Which I mean, they should be like they're trying to keep people safe and like people aren't listening, and it's tough. I have not seen the videos of Italian mayors going out in public and yelling at people, but I would like to look at that. I would like to see that 100%. Okay, yeah, here's the Vista Bay. I don't think you can see it. Want to try that? Oh, good. I'm glad that you received your Patreon reward. I don't know if there are any new patrons on here. We are trying to get out rewards and stuff as soon as we can. The one thing that may not be sent right now and may have to wait until all this is over is our handwritten thank you letters, because we are not together. And so we don't know how to do that necessarily. But we will get the physical rewards out in the mail. So if you are a patron who needs stickers or pins or a t-shirt or like whatever your reward is, then we are working on getting those out in the mail to you guys as soon as we can. Yes, and I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, it's frustrating that we're in this situation that we're in general. Like it shouldn't have. There are ways we could have prevented it getting this bad this fast. What are some other things that you guys are watching? Anything else, or is it just Tiger King for everybody? Oh, good. I'm glad you liked your note. Oh, I've been watching Good Girls. Caitlin, are you watching Cheer, or is it the like scripted cheerleader show? Because I know that there's like a scripted one. Oh, Dare Me. Okay. I fell off of This Is Us. I fell off after like the second season. I don't know why. All American. What's All American? See, okay, Natasha, I think that I think I'm gonna like the new Little Women. Like, I haven't seen it yet, but I just feel like I will. But I've heard mixed reviews. Like, some people really liked it, but then a lot of people really didn't. Little Fires Everywhere. Or yeah, I think it's Little Fires Everywhere. We, a friend of ours, actually, a friend of our podcast actually works on Little Fires Everywhere. So I really need to watch that. I'm a bad friend. I haven't watched it yet. But I mean, it looks really good. I have been re-binging Parks and Rec, re-binging, or not re-binging, but I'm still binging The Office. Like, I've got like my go-tos that I've been going back into. Yeah, Brian, shout out to Brian. Brian works on Little Fires Everywhere. Oh, good. I actually really wanted one of those sweaters, the Myra State sweaters, but now I feel like I can't. I'm like, it's about to be like 100 degrees in California. I need to do another like merch run though. I really want a phone case. Christina has a phone case. Where is Christina? Is Christina here? Wait, do you have a question, Amy? I don't see it. Oh, do you think the podcast will come out with even more comfy merch? I'm looking for work from home loungewear. I mean, probably. Probably. There are like other options. Like, there are like options for us to do leggings, but you need a different kind of file than our current like files for our designs. So we would have to look at that. But I mean, I'm totally down. I've got like the racer back like shirt, and it's made from like really, really soft material. It's really, really comfy. I like it. I should have worn it, I guess. But yeah. yeah, there is plans for more merch in the future. Like we were actually thinking of like putting up new designs. I know Christina's been working on one, but she got so busy with everything that's been happening. And then also, I don't know. You guys tell me how you feel about it, but I kind of feel like everyone is hurting for money right now. Like it's a difficult time for people, and I didn't want to release new merch and be like, buy our stuff, whenever everybody's in kind of like this really weird space. So if that's something that you guys want, then we will work on releasing new stuff soon, for sure. Oh my gosh, I freaking love Animal Crossing. We got out my old Wii or Anthony's old Wii, and I really want to get Animal Crossing on it, like the old school version. Animal Crossing is so calming. Like there's something about like fishing for fake fish in a video game that just feels very relaxing. Oh no, Sienna, you were listening at work and they told you that it was inappropriate. I mean, kind of, but also that sucks. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the light because it's like coming right at my face. Woo! Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Sienna is just like, I know how tough this is for everybody. Like everybody's having such a difficult time right now. Yeah. And that's kind of like what, oh, thank you, Caitlin. I know it was giving me that like artificial light glow. But that's what I mean, Sienna. It's just like, it feels, I don't know. We had plans to release new merch. But I don't want to make people feel like here's more stuff for you to buy whenever everyone's having kind of a difficult time, So we'll probably hold off at least a little bit on that, see where things end up. Ugh. Anybody else have any podcast questions? The cats are in the other room. I didn't want them to be in here just because they're like they'd be climbing all over everything and like knocking stuff over. We do want to do a double date with Keep It Weird. We will definitely do that at some point. Our double dates may have to be on hold until this is over, just because I don't know if we'll be able to coordinate recording remotely with that many people. But we haven't talked about it. We're gonna have to try and figure out what we're gonna do. What's my favorite worst date story? I don't know. Like I get asked that a lot, and the one that always pops into my mind is the one that Christina told. It's not even like that long ago. Like she told it like earlier this year, with the guy in the movie theater who like shit his pants and then tried to like flush his pants down the toilet in the bathroom. Like that one, it makes me cringe. I don't know that I've ever laughed so hard during a recording as when Christina was telling it, because I get secondhand embarrassment so bad that like I was like peeling my skin off while she was telling that story. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, it's awful. Oh, okay, sorry, you guys are moving fast. Tell Anthony to bring in Matilda. I just saw a pic with Matilda lives on Anthony's lap now, like because we're at home now working, and I work in the living room and he works in here, and we try and keep the cats separated because Hicks, who's massive, will try and like attack Matilda. So Matilda sits on his lap all day, and so now it's like I don't even exist. It's like she never sits with me anymore. But I'll tell him to come in here and bring her in here. Hold on. Okay. All right. Now, where was I? Oh, Natasha, you just got your first cat. I had to talk myself out of getting a third cat during this, because we kept reading stories where we're like, oh, like the Humane Society needs people to take animals. And I was like, we need to foster another cat. But I was like, we will definitely keep a cat if we get another one. Did the double date replace the shorty this month? I don't think so. I think we had our shorty at the beginning of the month, and then we have our double dates at the end of the month. So we will be recording another shorty to go up in a couple weeks, or next first week of April. First Monday of April should be the next shorty. Oh no. My cat was glued to the screen and praying up a storm while watching you. Oh, that's so sweet. Cats know cat people. I think that's it. They know. They can look at me and they're like, she's a cat person for sure. Oh no, Anne, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't ruin that. You're not caught up to the episode where that story is told. I have listened to that one because I listened to it, of course, like when it happened, and then like immediately I like made Anthony listen to it with me, like in the car. And I was just like watching. Do you ever do that? Like whenever people are watching a show that you really like, or like a movie you really like, and you're just sitting next to them like this, and you're like this. You're like trying to like watch their reaction because you're like, you want them to like think it's as funny as you do. And luckily, I think he was truly horrified, which is the appropriate response. Let's see. Send Matilda to my house. Matilda's a sweetheart. 3 cats and 2 humans in a 1-bedroom apartment. That sounds about right, to be honest. I really think that like once you have one, adding on, this is how people become crazy cat people, because I feel like once you have one cat, you can kind of just, what's one more, you know? Oh wait, did someone ask a question? Okay. I'm sorry, I think I missed a question. Hannah, what's your favorite? Oh, look at. So here's Matilda. Say hello. She's probably furious. Anthony, say hi. Hi. There's Anthony. Okay, you can take her. I don't think she wants to be with me. She doesn't care about me anymore. She doesn't love me anymore. If you could solve one unsolved murder mystery, what would it be? Oh, you know what? I actually kind of think it would be, and maybe this is like really stereotypical, I don't know, but I am so pissed that I don't know who Jack the Ripper was. Like, I'm like legitimately furious about it. And I think maybe it's partially because like, I don't think that one it will never be solved, where there's still a part of me that's like, maybe we could still solve Zodiac. Like maybe we could still solve John Bonet. Like maybe we could solve these other ones, but Jack the Ripper will like never be solved. And I think it like pisses me off so much that like I don't get to know like who did that. So it's probably that one, honestly. Like that's probably, there are so many like unsolved murders out there that's like, it's really hard to choose. I don't know. What does everybody else think? I feel like a popular one is John Bonet. I think people really want to know what happened there, which I totally relate to. But I think that there's a possibility that maybe we could know that for sure. Oh man. Yeah, Rebecca, I don't know how you say her last name, but I watched the like Oxygen, or was it ID? Like I watched the special on that, and that one was infuriating too. Like that one will do your head in for sure. And Tupac. Yeah. Yeah, this is a good question. Because I feel like everyone has like a different answer. It's like and it's all dependent upon like Chiron, the missing kid from Oregon. I don't think I know that one, Cassie. Oh yes, yes. The how do you pronounce that? Dalatov Pass. I know because that one messed me up the first time I heard about it because that one feels supernatural. Like you're like, I feel like I feel like something crazy happened. And maybe it's because the first time I heard about that story, it was on lore and they probably went out of their way to make it sound like something even more insane happened. But if for sure, yeah. Who's the Grim Sleeper? I feel like a bad true crime person because I don't know who that is. Suzanne Lyle was the student who literally vanished after getting off a bus at her university. Those ones I think are like truly like those ones will really do your head in. The ones where people just vanished. I think that those are probably the most infuriating to me because I'm like there has to be an answer. Like people I really don't like unsolved murders or unsolved mysteries. Like some people like that's really their thing, but it makes me crazy not to know. Like not knowing makes me insane. Bryce less pizza. It's not a common one, but a story is so strange. Definitely look into that one. I will. I will. Is there like a podcast or something that we could check out for that one? I'm always down to like find new ones. Oh, so Lori, your hometown is Bryce? Bryce is your hometown? Or is your hometown? Oops. Oh, Suzanne Lyle. Oh, okay, okay. The Grim Sleeper? Why don't I know that? Did I just block that from my brain? I don't know why I don't know that. I feel like I feel like I blocked that. Maybe my brain hit like true crime capacity and it was just like no more. Like you don't get to know anymore. Suzanne Lyle. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's sad. Like it's just it is sad because it's just like when we do these crazy in love sometimes I'm like, oh, am I going to be able to like find one? And I always am able to find one, which is a relief when I'm working on my like research, but it's a bummer because it's just like, God, we will never run out of content, you know? I think it's interesting that like this community or like community, you know, the Murderino community, true crime communities in general, like they have this answer kind of ready. like the like what is the most fascinating story for you or like what is the one that you want to have resolved. The death of Elisa Lamb, dude. Yes. Gabrielle, how are you, by the way? I haven't talked to you in so long. But yeah, Elisa Lamb, I know, because I know like Elisa Lamb is probably like a boring, like the answer is probably super boring, but it's again another one that feels so insane and like there are like so many holes. JFK. I would love to really, for real, know what happened there. Yeah, that one's a good one. And also Martin Luther King, like for real. Like I want like if I could like make someone actually tell me the truth, that would be a good one. What's it, Gabrielle? Sorry, I'm like having a side conversation, but Gabrielle and I knew each other when we were teenagers, and I was living in Utah. What's Utah doing right now? Are they on lockdown too, or are you still in Utah? Yeah, also Princess Diana. I want all the tea. I want to know who important is behind like all of these like deaths for sure. Oh, okay. So you're living in Arkansas. You know, I'm not surprised that the panic buying in Utah is crazy right now. I feel like there's a lot of preppers who live in Utah. Dark Places. Dark Places, the Gillian Flynn book. I have it. Yeah, Dark Places is super good. I liked all of her novels, but I actually think that I may have liked Dark Places the best, or like, if not, like, you know, I don't know, because Sharp Objects was good, and of course Gone Girl was really good too. So GT. Oh, okay, yeah. Dark Places is good. The movie's not great, even though it has Charlize in it. It's not the best. Yeah, I keep waiting for her to come out with a new novel too, because like mystery novels or like murder mystery novels are my favorite. It's like my favorite genre, especially like if I'm listening to it on audiobook or whatever, like that's my favorite. And I think that she is just such a compelling writer. Like I never get bored reading her books, and I always get into them right away. Sharp Objects was really good, but I have to say like the series on HBO was like so good. Like they did such a good job adapting that. It was amazing. So, like if you haven't watched that yet, you absolutely should. The dismembered feet washing up on beaches around here for years. Yeah, somebody gave some kind of like rational explanation as to why that was, but yeah, I can't remember. But they were like, yeah, it's not weird that feet would be washing up. And I was like, okay. Murder mysteries. Oh, the Dublin Murder Squad. I know. We left it on our podcast for a very long time. I love those books. So who's that? Tana French. I think Tana French wrote the Dublin Murder Squad series, and they're super good. Like I really enjoyed them. And there's a new show called like Dublin Murder something. There's a show on Stars, I think. But I heard that they combine like a couple of the books, and I don't know how good it is actually. But there's a lot of good Irish accents, so if that's something you're into. Murder mysteries. I don't remember how I said it at all. Slight's really bugging me. Okay, that's better. Where is? Oh, okay. Well, I'm probably yeah, Cassie. Yeah, Chris talked to me about it because Chris had read the first book and then he went to watch. Okay, so here's the thing. If you're wanting to read the Dublin Murder Squad books and then watch the show, read the first two before you watch the show, because it's the first two. They somehow combined, which I don't even know how they did that. They combined the first two books to make the series, which they're completely separate stories with some of the same characters. So I don't know how they did that exactly. But read the first two books before you watch the show, I guess. The worst. Yeah, I know. I actually got that from My Favorite Murder. It's like a combination of like My Favorite Murder and Parks and Rec, where he's like the worst. But yeah. Anthony and I are playing. We played Rummy last night. We've been playing Wii together a lot, like a lot of like Wii tennis, Wii golfing, bowling, like that sort of thing. And then I have the Can't Stop board game, which I realized that not a lot of people played growing up, but we played it a lot growing up. And so we've been playing that a lot together. We've been trying to keep up with playing board games and stuff, just so that we're not sitting in front of the TV literally all the hours of the day. So, yeah. How did you record the last episode of My Worst Date? Did you just do a Zoom meeting and each record your own audio? So, yeah, we did a Google Hangout, and then we each recorded our own audio, and then Christina edited it. So we would do like a clap so that she could sync up where we all started, and then you cut and like mix it all together. It's a laborious process. Like I've been having to do it for my other podcast, like do the editing for that. And it's much more difficult than our usual recording process, but it's we're getting it done. It's getting done. So yeah, it's just been an adjustment. I don't think we knew that this was I think it's all of us. Like we didn't realize that this was going to happen or progress as quickly as it did, from being a thing where we were like, yeah, we'll probably end up being quarantined at some point, to being like, oh, we're on full lockdown now. We can't go out. So we didn't have as much time or we didn't prepare as much as maybe we should have. But yeah, it's been great. And yes, yeah, we worked really hard on trying to get our audio to sound better. It was a process. I'm so glad that it does now. And yes, Christina does most of the editing. If it's on Patreon, it was probably me. But other than that, like Christina does the editing for our episodes, and she does a really, really great job. Yeah. Oh, Sienna, like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. She said, I appreciate y'all still recording during the quarantine. But also we need it too. like I love that I have a built-in excuse every week to just like talk to my friends. It's awesome that we still get to like connect, and we're happy to do it. We're really happy to do it. Yeah. And we'll adjust. Like it'll get easier the more that we're like having to do it, which unfortunately is gonna probably be a couple months. But yeah. I am so happy that you guys are still listening, to be honest. I'm excited that anybody is listening ever. So, yeah, thanks. So where are you all from, everybody who's in this chat right now? So I know we've got, looks like some Missouri, Chicago, Arkansas. New York, Nebraska, more Chicago. Oh, the My Worst Date Dudes episode. So it's been kind of crazy. I got back. So we had to record separately. And so I got Cassie's, and then I was waiting to get Christina's. Then Christina sent me hers. Then I was cleaning out my inbox. Then I deleted it. And so then she had to resend it to me. So I am editing that, and it should be up tomorrow. It'll go up tomorrow. So the Dudes crossover. Not crossover, but like they did just like a would you rather for Patreon. So we're going to put that on Patreon tomorrow. Arkansas, Columbus, New York, Vancouver, Willard, Missouri. Yeah, we talked about this, Natasha. I was born in Albuquerque, but you're living in Florida now. Very cool. Yeah, we really, I mean, maybe it'll have to wait till next year. Maybe 2021 will be the year of the tour for us. But we want to like hit up some of these places because like there are certain places where people like Chicago is one of them, and if people listen, and we would love to come and actually like see you guys in person. That'd be super fun. And also live shows are just fun. They're just a good time. And you were born in LA. You're all over the place, Natasha. Well, this is fun. I hope you guys are having a good time. I know it's like kind of weird. It's kind of weird for me too, because I feel like I'm just like talking to myself. This must be what it's like for I mean, I'm not talking to myself because I'm talking to you guys, obviously, but in the room by yourself, kind of talking out loud to yourself. This must be what it's like for YouTubers in a room alone, kind of just chatting. I think my chat thingy is delayed too. A little bit. So we're going to do this again for sure. I know, I don't know who will go next, Christina or Cassie, but depending on availability, we're going to do like hang time with them as well. Uber or Lyft, a thing in Chicago and other large cities. I'm not trying to drive in those places. I think Uber and Lyft are probably both available in Chicago and most cities. Amy, it's a figment of my imagination. Yeah, Sienna, if they have them in Springfield, they for sure have them in like bigger cities. Oh, bye, Genevieve. Nice to talk to you. We'll do this again sometime soon. I'm probably going to have to go soon too. Anthony's like bugging me to hang out with him or whatever. So I'm going to have to do that soon. But it was so nice to get to talk to you, and I'll talk to you soon. Cassie, are you still in here? I don't know if there's a way to like check. Oh. Who's your TV or show boyfriend lately? Well, I'll tell you, I went through a real serious black boy, but more recently than that. I don't know. I don't know that I have anybody that I'm like crushing on super hard in shows at the moment. Oh, bye, Natasha. Thanks for hanging out with us. And we're definitely going to do this. Like I said, we're going to do this again with Cassie and Christina so you can get to know them. I like getting to like chat with you guys and get to know you guys. Okay, well, why don't we just call it a day? So like Caitlin, are you both going? I can't tell. But let's just like we'll cut it here then. But it was super nice to get to like talk to you guys and get to know you guys. It's nice. It's nice to like feel connected to everybody during this time. And look out for doing it again with Cassie or Christina because that will be coming up soon. And yeah, let's try and schedule like a Zoom thing because everybody in the Facebook group, we talk to each other all the time, especially now we're sending memes to each other all the time. So like, let's for sure like do a Zoom where we can see each other's faces because I feel like you get to know people, and then it's nice to put a name to the face, right? Face to the name. Oh, my mom just figured it out. Oh, I love you, Mom. I love you. I'm actually getting ready to sign off, but I will talk to you guys soon. So, bye.